a couple of experiences, and also there are some specific things that he's supposed to know.
Okay.
And most guys actually gave up on the back end.
Yes.
JVM stuff.
Yes.
For obvious reasons.
Yes.
One was to debug throughout the night.
Yes.
In the weeks.
Yes.
But ideally, it pays off over time, because if you even think about the banking system,
yes,
most of them are legacy products which runs on these languages. For those who are doing engineering, those who want to pursue engineering, it pays off to understand deeper.
The deep.
Yeah. So that's interesting to see. And of course, I know a couple of guys who really make a lot of money within a short time, because they know what they're doing.
Correct.
I've been sharing these in the community though, so that's why I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So you hire this guy who brings in
the Sacco market.
The Sacco markets.
Yeah.
Does he bring the value until today, or just one off?
He's still part of the team to date.
Okay. So he's good at what he does.
But then you see, there is a lot of hypothesis that any entrepreneurship, and also us, we went on. We went to the Sacco market thinking that it is a touch and go. And only to realize that Sacco market operates in a very slow fashion. They are never in a rush. The whole idea is it's about pulling resources together. So it is literally, the decision making is multiple people. So just that. You want to aggressively market, and you wonder why are they not closing?
So you have to have a lot of patience.
You have to have a lot of patience. Of course, by then, we started as a very simple product, a product that can give loans, short-term loans.
Okay.
So someone goes to his phone or the USSD, dials,
can get that loan.
Say 1 month, pesa inaingia kwa simu. So we sold to Sacco 1, Sacco 2, Sacco 3.
Which means you label that Sacco to that brand, and then the end user doesn't know actually what is happening behind the scene, but that's Presta.
Yes. In fact, it is fully white labeled. If it is Ketepa, for example, is one of our clients, it's Ketepa. We went to the Pilot Sacco, we went to Britam, we went to ICA. We managed to convince so many Saccos, to small employee-based Saccos, to join the platform. And then we realized, everyone in the technology space, all our competitors, just focus on one thing, very core banking. So what most people refer like the back office solutions. And that's when we decided, why can't we be innovative? A lot of Saccos today, 90% of Saccos, or even 99%, if I want a loan, I have to go for a form somewhere.
Sure. Physically.
Sign that form, and Sacco is about guarantors. So I have to find my guarantors physically. Let them sign. And remember, during COVID now, paper and exchanging contacts became something that is not right. Okay, not right,
It was illegal, actually.
It was illegal.
To be arrested for it.
And the best the Saccos will offer was you write an email. Write an email here and there. And so what we did, we created an innovation. And this innovation was that you could digitally apply for this loan. Seek a guarantor digitally. So if I want Mike to guarantee me, I just search him from my phone book. Mike receives an SMS. And in that SMS, we created what we call an e-signature or an e-form. So the same Sacco form that you're signing today is the same form that you'll get. So that SMS has a link. And that link, when you click on it, opens the same loan application form. Only that now you don't need to fill anything. All you need to do is just to encrypt your signature. And once you sign, you can be in Mombasa, I can be in Eldoret, I can be in wherever. And I'm good to go. And I do my signatures and I'm done. So, and we started selling that particular product to these to the big Saccos out there. And we managed to get some But as I told you, that was one of the biggest lessons that we learned.
Yeah.
That circles don't move with excitement.
That fast.
There's no circle you go and they're like, that's a bad product. Like, this is wow.
This is best. It will save us a lot of hours.
Save us a lot. But you now moving from that story
to closing the deal.
Closing the deal.
It might take how long has it ever
8
been?
months.
8 months.
8 months to a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is one of the biggest learnings that we learned. And anyway, to date we still have a couple of circles.
Yeah.
We've done very serious partnerships with a lot of core banking providers.
Yeah.
And we are launching to more and more circles.
Very nice.
There's a circle in Gong Road. They are called Wanahanga Circle. This is the circle for the meteorological department. I remember this is a very good client of ours because we started very small with that technology. Today, they are not doing any paper anymore.
Oh, nice.
So all loan applications are digitally done.
Yeah. You remind me when I was still at the university.
Yes.
With Banta.
Yes.
We tried to, when we were looking for more projects.
Okay.
So we went to meteorological center and said, guys, we had visited Netherlands and you saw one of the biggest solutions that you could provide is weather. And it was very important for the farmers because you see, now you can tell if it will rain, should I plow my land using tractors?
Yeah.
Should I add some fertilizer?
Yeah.
See, that information is very, very important.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, for us, we might not go, we don't know any one organization for the farmers.
Yeah.
But neighboring is a meteorological center, headquarters actually. So why don't we go and actually help them digitize and come up with a weather app that is just Kenya?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The old guys there, I don't know if they're still old, they were so excited.
Yes.
And they said, this is actually something we have been looking for. But there's a meeting coming up where we'll go and discuss
these issues.
It will be one of our agenda. And after that meeting, we'll get in touch with you guys. Do you have your CVs with you?
Yeah.
Do you have your business cards?
Yes,
please leave them with our secretary at the door.
We'll call you.
Call you. Guess what? Several months down the line, you saw the tender getting floated with the specifics of what we pitched.
Yes.
And the rest is just history. So, guys, the guys who are in charge of this, department and organizations, and I'm happy to hear that you guys actually are helping them digitize the circle.
Yeah.
It's one win story that I think let's be more accommodative of the innovation. It will create more jobs. Because I also realized that project was given to one of the relatives. Never materialized really well because they didn't really own it. But you see when Tom or someone or Kamau or Njoroge or Kipchirchir creates a solution, they can actually create an employment that actually employs not only your cousin, not only your nephew, not only your brother or your sister, but it can create more opportunity for everyone.
Correct.
Fairly.
Correct.
Right? So that's something I thought I should share along the way.
Yeah.
But Tom, when it comes to circles and digitizing the processes, data handling and all that, there's a lot about data protection and all that.
Yeah.
And I know for sure when you're handling loans and people's from the circle, there's a lot of data flowing around.
Correct.
How are you guys managing that?
Yeah, so one is you have to comply to the Kenya Data Protection Laws, the Kenya Data Protection Act, which we've already done that as a data processor and as a data controller. Yeah. But the actual controller is actually the circle. So the thing is, at the end of the day, I love a philosophy that Google has. Okay. And that philosophy says don't be evil.
I think they took back that philosophy.
They took back
some few years back. But but it's a good philosophy.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the point is, all these circles entrust you with their information. Yeah. So at the end of the day, is you have to make sure that you're integral enough. To ensure that you can get rich quickly. You can deposit 5 million in your account. And no one will notice. But the reality is, at some point, someone will see. And a good name is better than a good check.
Even the Bible says something about a good name.
Yes.
So the Christians and the people who read the Bible and internalize it.
Yes.
They know what a good name is.
Yes.
They say it's better than a fine wine or something, but it's in the Bible somewhere. So this is something actually that has been there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And it's wisdom that you can share.
Yeah. But anyway, at the end of the day, is the biggest risk is the biggest risk to any of these opportunities or threats. It is actually your employees.
That's why I asked you, the guys who join you now, and they don't really even understand. Some guys join, and as the team grows, sometimes there is some oversight.
Yes.
And they don't know why you're doing this.
Yes.
For you, you're just trying to solve a problem that exists, and actually that the customer sees the value in it.
Correct.
There's someone who will be coming for the check.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, I'm broke this month.
And you see, so one of the things that we try and do, of course, you have to make sure that you identify all your threats and mitigate those threats. And if you've seen, a lot of circles are hacked, by the way, and no one says. And most of the time, 90% of the time, it is a developer that used to work for Organization X.
Yes.
And they knew someone at that circle. And then they
do the deal.
They do the deal there and say, we can, for every 10,000 that is withdrawn, let's put 100 shillings. Yeah. And then because it's small monies.
It goes to a lot of...
By the time the circle is realizing, they have lost 15 million. And by the time they investigate, at the end of the day, you have to put in a lot of these measures. Like for us, what we do is, the way we are integrating with Safaricom for disbursement requires you to have certain keys. And so what we do for us is those keys are encrypted. So no one, including us, the founders, know what the key is. So it is a circle that know that this is the password that they put. At the database level, it is just an encrypted key. So at the point of transacting, that's when it is decrypted and sent. I've talked too much jargon, but the ideally is you just make sure that
the system is secure.
The system is secure. You cannot be 100%, but those measures that you put ensure that they are safe and secure. And anyway, let me tell you, where you are handling money, you will see the craziest of people.
Money is tempting.
Money is very tempting. Forget us as Presta, as a service provider. Even the officials of the circle. Someone is a treasurer there, someone is whatever. Chairman. And the kind of deeds that they do, you're left wondering, what? Or, someone registers like a phone number, get that phone number, takes a loan. So you see, at the end of the day, you have to just put in a lot of controls. And we've learned, experience teaches you.
Have you paid the money that you didn't lose yourself to these guys?
Have you paid money?
Like someone, did some monkey business. And then, of course, they said, Presta is the system that is handling this money. You have to pay this money.
No. But you see, at the end of the day, there's investigation that has to happen. And now when we realize that someone had too much rights, so he put in his sister, his brother, his cousin, and all of them took money. So when you realize such kind of it was genuine because he was an official of the circle. But now what we put in is a lot of measures now. Even if you are an official, you have to have a maker and a checker, so that you can't have too much power by yourself. So yes, there are a lot of learnings. There are you have to work with the client. At the end of the day, customer obsession. As Jeff Bezos says, you have to be very obsessed with what the customer is facing at that particular point. Don't solve what you think. And anyway, any tech company has learned this the hard way.
Yes.
They think that they know.
Until a lot of things
you don't know.
You keep learning, yes.
You don't know. Go see what your customer is facing. And once you see what your customer is facing, now invest invest in those particular areas. And anyway, it's a learning journey.
So this actually leads me to ask something. Have you guys ever used this data to make, financial decisions for either the customer or the circles now that you have access to all this data?
Yeah, so what we do is we're able to advise the circle. For example, like our circle clients, and we also we have microfinance clients.
Yeah.
So we're able to tell them on certain trends. We're able to advise them on which products actually are going. Yeah, why don't create a 7-day product or don't create a 1-month product when your client only needs a 1 month or 7 days loan. And some products come from a lot of experience. So you'll find that you have a circle that has some business and business people. All they are looking for is money today, and then they sort it at the end of the day. So money in the morning, sort it at the end of the day. But you find the organization, since they don't have data, they have created very products that don't really work for them. So once you have, we normally advise our clients from the data that we've learned or the data that we've seen from the system. We now use it to advise the client. Who are your best performing clients? Give them discounts, things like those.
So in these discussions, has it ever benefited the end user, which is now, or is it always your client? But the person who is the end user, who is the customer of your customer, never gets to benefit, even how his data is used?
At the end of the day, the customer or the member of the circle is actually the person you're solving the problem for.
Okay.
The circle is just a partner to help you solve that particular problem.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, for example, if you are to create a product, that product has to serve that particular customer. So even for our e-learning platform, we have gone through a lot of iterations just by listening to the customer. Because initially we started with a USSD process. Someone applies. But when you listen to the customer, we realize that they want a very smooth process. And anyway, at the end of the day, to answer your question, is at the end of the day, you have to position the product to serve the customer. Yes.
That's very interesting, because my next question would be around the platform itself. Has it ever been hacked?
So so you see, hacking is a very big word, and a lot of even the circles don't really understand what hacking is. Hacking is meaning that you've intruded the system and diverted money here and there. Lucky enough, if you look at how we are doing our security, we host with the best technology providers or cloud service providers that have put in resources and security measures to make sure that the platform is safe. So what we will not say that we've really been hacked. What we've experienced before is people misusing their rights.
Okay, I see. So it's a people problem.
It's a personal problem. It's a person problem. But all in all, we have a team that continuously ensures that our systems are safe. So we at the end of the day, it's called resilient, being cyber resilient. That you are continuously identifying threats and mitigating those particular threats. And as I told you, anytime you handle money, and for example, I can say like last year, we did loan disbursement of close to 2 billion.
Yes.
Among all the lenders combined.
Yes.
So you see, it's very easy to miss 20 million.
True.
It's because you see, it's a lot of transactions. People applying loan, applying loan. So you have to be very keen in terms of your security measures.
True. Yeah. So, Tom.
Yes.
There's a time you started some hospitality business. I don't know if it's you or your partner, but I saw it actually, and actually marketed it very aggressively.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So, so my wife, happens to love hospitality.
Okay.
Yeah. So So I remember us visiting the coast region at some point.
Yeah.
Then you were like, how much money are we paying these guys?
Uh-huh.
So we started our own, the B&Bs.
Yes.
And we did a couple of them.
Yeah.
And to date, we still own a couple of own and run a couple of B&Bs business.
Yeah.
So I'll say it is another side of business that I am invested in, but mainly run
by your partner.
My partner, yes. Yeah. Oh, so because you saw it somewhere.
No. Yes, you actually pushed it in a couple of your platforms, and I happened to
even to my friends. I remember pushing to a couple of friends.
I was like, this. I thought even about it by then, and also I invested.
No, it is. I like it because it is disrupting the traditional hotel business. Because you realize that most of the people, when you travel, you most of the time you want to get you the same home experience that you had
back where you come from.
Back when you come from. So. It's another business idea, business opportunity that we tried, and it's still going. To date, I think we have a couple of them running.
Yeah. Do you think if someone builds the same experience in Africa, the app, not the whatever, do you think it would be different in terms of how the look, feel, how
Yeah. So you realize that even now that I am in that space. You'll find that most of the business you'll get is actually by referral.
Yes.
So unlike the West where people don't talk,
they're not so social.
They're not so social. In Africa, it is. It is. I know Mike Manzako na nyumba Meru.
Yes.
I don't know how to translate that. Yeah.
I have a house in Meru.
So the B&B style is such that you have to go to B&B, find a house there, and then search. But here we want to recommend to get referrals here. So. Yes, there's a big opportunity in that space, and you've seen the threats that have happened in this year, where people are being hacked, and you realize, yes, while the referral process works very well, but it still lacks the authenticity of trusting who is. Like right now, you just get a phone call. Hey, nimepewa namba yako na Mike. And you don't even know who that person is.
Yes.
So at the end of the day. There is an opportunity, especially for anyone who wants to get into that space, to do things like verification. That by the time I'm coming, I have a profile that has been scored and said that this guy, one is good, has been referred by 1, 2, 3. Basically mimic how we do things in Africa, not how we do things the B&B style or the bookings.com style.
And even this goes to dating now that, life is becoming busy.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a friend of mine who is building something. But when he launches, you'll see it.
The dating space?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's tired of Tinder. I like his. I've seen the background of the solution, and I like it actually. If it gets to launch, it will be a game changer.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunities in Africa.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Even like for example, our product, we've gotten a lot of inquiries beyond Kenya. So we are currently doing implementation in Zambia.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and also in Botswana. There's also a circle in Botswana.
Okay. So have you launched there or just
no, we are doing the implementation. We're doing implementation.
Okay.
So
you're just based in Kenya for now?
Yeah, we're based in Kenya. We're not. It's basically a client that saw us online, inquired.
Okay. Said, why not?
Why not? So we right now we are doing integration with a bank in Zambia. Yeah. So the thing is, I remember one of the big guys telling me, stop thinking too small. As Kenyan entrepreneurs, we think we think too small instead of asking ourselves, what is the addressable market? Yeah, what is the addressable market in? Forget Kenya. What is the addressable market Africa-wide?
Even in the world.
Yeah, in the world, yeah. Like I've seen India starting to compete with the US.
Yes.
And they are doing very, very amazing products at half the cost.
For sure.
Yeah, we are partners with a company called Zoho.
Yeah, I know Zoho.
Yeah, so Zoho is an Indian-based company. We started using Zoho during this journey of entrepreneurship. At some point, we wanted an invoicing solution. And as I was Googling, I found Zoho. And from there, I wanted a very cheap accounting. You know, that time you're running a startup.
Yeah, you want something affordable.
You want something that is free.
Not even affordable. Okay.
Free, yeah. By the time you start making money, you are paid. And Zoho walked the journey with us.
Okay.
And at some point we thought, we can also run this as can also consult to companies that needs this kind of solutions. Like, for example, the SACCO clients that take our product for loan management, they still need an email, they still need an office solution, they still need a CRM, for example, they still need a help desk solution. So that's why we decided, we signed a partnership agreement with Zoho and told them that we can help you push this thing amongst our clients.
Oh, so it's more of a partnership.
Yes, a partnership agreement. So, and we augment Presta together with all these products because we want our clients to know us as a solution provider. A person who solves my problems.
One-stop shop.
A one-stop shop to solve my problems. So, and we've done that for a couple of years. And we still are as our partner until even they came.
Okay.
By the time we were signing partnership, they were not in Kenya.
Yes.
Now they have set up shop in Westlands.
Oh, nice.
And now it's even making the sales process
very nice,
very easy and straightforward.
Now that we're talking about collaboration, you use a lot of Africa Stocking APIs. Which one do you use? Please tell us about them.
So I remember Africa Stocking is an interesting journey because I started using Africa Stocking in school, in a school project. And at that time, we wanted to build a product that can send SMS.
Yes.